Aloha and welcome everyone. Happy Thursday. It's Aniela here and I am a coach with the Be With Your Twin Flame program. Hope you all are doing well today. I'm going to talk today about something that is very near and dear to me because it's something that I have been through myself on this journey. This is something that a lot of people ask. You know, sometimes they don't even come out and ask their coaches, but they're feeling this inside. And we here in the program hear this a lot as well from students. And the question is, when will I feel normal again? Because if you are on a twin flame journey, my goodness, the things that happen to you, that what it feels like, what it looks like, what it plays out like, is as if someone came with everything you thought you knew and pulled the rug out from under you. You have no idea. You have no idea what is going on, what's happening, let alone when you'll start to feel quote unquote, and I do say quote unquote, normal again. What is this normal that you're looking for? What is this normal on this journey that you remember so well? And you are thinking, gosh, when are things gonna go back to normal? If that's you, I'm talking to you today. Now, we get this so many times and it can be very heart-wrenching, even as coaches, to see people go through what we went through. Now, we went through it and we're on the other side. And our true nature here is to teach people to learn that this is all the fear-based energy that's really what's causing this feeling inside of you, all of this ruckus inside of you. There's so much depression, sadness, anger, and people just try as hard as they can, sometimes for very long periods of time, to pull themselves out of the pit, and they just can't do it. My teacher, El Hari, she literally was on the floor for 6 months. She was on the floor for 6 months. And we say, folks, on the floor, meaning you just can't function. You're not yourself. You're like a shell of a person. She was on the floor for 6 months. I was on the floor for 5 months straight. Like, you are a walking zombie for 5 months. And I do know people that had no idea, because this was a long time ago. There wasn't really any teaching. There was no Leora, there was no El. There wasn't really any teaching about twin flames. I know people who went all the way to the end of their lives, physical 3D lives here on earth, suffering this horrible feeling inside, always looking for that normal that they knew. And it's very heart-wrenching for us as coaches. So that's why we come on here and we want to help you. And now when you're looking and we're talking about normal, folks, I will say this again and again. There is no good, there is no bad. Everything just is. But when you're looking for that normal, that normal, folks, is your fear-based energy. That's what you knew. And when this whole thing happened upon you with your twin flame and everything was just absolutely amazing, then the energies repelled and everything just hit the damn floor, correct? When all of that happened, that was, prior to that, was your normal. And that was your fear-based energy. And now what you knew is not gonna be what you think is normal. So stay with me just a little bit. That normal you knew, that whole high, that wonderful type, that really was all products of your fear-based energy. And once the twin flames, once you have soul recognition, there's nowhere for that energy to go but build up, and it's gonna repel, which is where you're finding probably yourself right now. That normal, now people don't want to hear this because it was absolutely beautiful, and I'm not discrediting it at all. I had my own experiences and I know, but that normal was part of the fear-based energy. It's everything you think you knew what was happening, which really is not what's happening. Folks, this entire event that's happening to you, that happened to you, is all pure energy. And if that can get in right up here just for a little bit, then you'll start to be able to see that if it's energetic, no one did anything wrong, no one tried to hurt you, tried to sabotage you, tried to do any of those things. No one did anything to you. It is purely energetic. It is a very sacred and soul journey. And that's why once you start to accept that it was energetic, then you can shift it. Now, this normal that everybody wants to go back to, again, that's the fear-based energy. What you think you knew. Sometimes when you look at it and you think, how can that be, Aniela? I have a lot of students who tell me this was the most connected, the most beautiful thing in my life. I'm not saying that it's not. No, that's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is this journey is the journey of your soul. Now, it doesn't matter what it looked like. It doesn't matter what how it happened, how it played out, and how you're even feeling right now. I'm not saying it's not irrelevant of how you're feeling. Your feelings are very valid, very real, and very true. Now, folks, but if you can, start to just get it up here just a little bit, enough to hear the message. If it's energetic, that means you can shift it. Now, here is the caveat about this whole journey. Once people start to learn how to balance, and they start feeling better, and they start doing better, and they start realizing that they are in charge of every single thing they feel that they can do with their energy, they don't want that normal anymore, folks. I didn't. Once I started to learn what is on the other side of this pain that I was in, once I started to learn that, I realized that normal was not something I wanted anymore. When you start to balance and you start to feel better and you start to see better, you start to know that all of that was just perfect the way it happened. Now, can anything else happen? Can anything else be greater than what you thought you knew? Whopper yes. Whopper ass yes. Yes. Because on this journey, once you learn how to balance your fear-based energy, good night. Anything is possible. And that's why when we're learning how to balance this fear-based energy and we start to feel better, we understand and we also resonate that there is a new normal. Now, people talk about that. I'm not into buzz phrases and catchphrases, but it is true. There is a new normal, and you don't want to go back to that before. Now, I'm not saying you don't want to go back to the twin flame. I'm not saying any of that. This has nothing to do with the physical form of the twin flame. This has everything to do with how you're feeling possibly right now when you're listening to this and you're watching this video. You won't want to go back. You start to see that there is another way. There is a way that's going to benefit you, that's going to lift you up, that's going to make you realize that every single moment you have, it's not even anything like what was your old normal. You're going to want that new normal, and you're going to want that more and more and more, and you start to become more open, and you start to see the miracles, the true miracles on this journey. Like I said, folks, it can be a long time where you're asking yourself, when am I gonna feel normal again? Like I said, Elle was on the floor for 6 months. I was on the floor for 5. And I know a person who was on the floor, literally a walking zombie, all the way up to the end of this physical life. And if that's you, you don't want to live like that another day. I know you don't. So we have the help to get you learning how to balance this fear-based energy so you also can enjoy your new normal. There are people out there who have come into us that never believed it was possible. And guess what? They're living it. I'm living it. Elle's living it every single day. So if that's you, we can help. Alrighty, folks, we are going to send you off on this Thursday, wishing you a wonderful weekend. Be safe out there. Ahui ho and malama pono. God bless. Bye, everybody.